What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're talking about some EDC belts. We have this EDC belt from Next Belt. Next Belt makes EDC belts in standard, regular, non-carry belts that are thick enough and strong enough to support the extra weight of your EDC gear, including a firearm. They make a bunch of different finishes. They have leather, they have nylon, a bunch of different buckles. If you don't like this particular buckle, as you can see here, I went with the black camo Guardian because I thought it looked badass. Best part of these belts is going to be the ratcheting system. No, they're not the only ones to do this system, but I really like the ratcheting system because you can make very, very fine adjustments, like 1/8 of an inch adjustments or whatever they are. So if you have that big meal as the example I always use, or if you're carrying a bigger gun or multiple layers, whatever, you can make very, very small adjustments with the ratcheting system compared to a traditional belt where the holes in the traditional belt are separated by like 1 inch, and that's where you're stuck. These belts, it's a big advantage to these belts. On the bottom here, you also have a release button. You just push up on the release and that will open, release, whatever, to the belt. The buckle on here, I want to call out the buckle as well because the buckle is very, very slim. I've seen and had other belts where the buckle is huge, and if you're wearing a tighter fit shirt, the buckle itself can print and draw attention. And if you're carrying appendix like me, not that anyone ever looks and notices, but I just don't want to draw too much attention to down there. The way these belts work, they come in a 50-inch length for somebody up to 50 inches. And the inch marks the sizes rather are marked on the inside of the belt. So you take your waist size, for example, mine is a 33, and you add 4 or 5 inches to your pant size, not your waist size, to your pant size. So I'm a 33 waist. I added 4 inches to it. That's 37 inches, and that is where I cut the belt. Keep in mind, once you cut it, it's cut. So maybe go a little bit bigger and then cut more if you need to. See how it fits. See where the end of the buckle ends up in your pants with both the belt loops. If you have a feeling you may be gaining some weight, maybe give yourself an extra inch or two, but that is totally up to you. The belt is 1.5 inches wide, like a standard, like most standard belts. What else do I have to talk about? The buckle, 2.5 inches if you care, by 1.5 inches, 2.5 wide, 1.5 tall, and most of the weight is coming from the buckle. The buckle is very, very heavy. Again, if you're going to get a belt for EDC, especially for a firearm, 2 things. 1, make sure you can't bend it over. Like I'm trying to squeeze and bend it over and I can't. That's very, very important to help support the weight. And again, if you hold it by the buckle, it should not flex or bow or go down. Again, that's very important if you want to support the weight of a firearm. If you don't have a good EDC belt, I don't care how good the holster and how small the gun you're carrying is, it's not going to be comfortable. 2 quick belts I want to compare it to that I've already done reviews on recently. This is the TAC belts. It has similar because you can make these very small adjustments, but it works with Velcro. Again, it's very, very stiff. It's very, very solid. It's a good EDC belt. It's definitely a less expensive option if you don't want to spend the $60+ on the Next belt. That's not a bad idea for you, even though the Next belt is definitely nicer. One that's a lot more similar is going to be Core Essentials. Again, you get them in nylon or leather and a bunch of different buckles and whatnot. They have EDC belts, regular belts, and you have that very similar ratcheting system. I don't really see an advantage or disadvantage of either one of them. The buckles are very, very similar. Yeah, I don't know. But there's another brand at a very, very similar price. So let's talk about the testing that I've done. The day I got this in, I went ahead and cut the belt where I thought it was going to be good, and it was. You stick the end that you cut into the buckle here, you fold the teeth over, screw the 2 screws down, and it's as simple as that to get it ready to wear. Once I did that, I went ahead and wore the belt every single day for probably 5-6 weeks. I've had this belt now. I've had it for a little while, and I'm pretty sure I wore it every single day, close to it, whatever. I did also bring it to the range. I go to the range 2 to 3 times per week. 4, 5, 6 weeks I've had it. Math is hard, you do the math. And it was good for EDC carry. It was comfortable in dress clothes, regular jeans and a t-shirt like you see me in now, at the range. No issues, no complaints. One minor complaint, but we'll get into that when we get to the pros and cons. All right, pros first. Solid construction, very, very solid, high quality belt. It won't be an issue there. It's very comfortable. I like the slim design, especially the slim design of the buckle. I don't know if you can hear my dog in the background, but he always likes to interrupt my videos. I think most important, it's thick enough and heavy enough and strong enough to wear it, to support the weight of a firearm. So if you're like me, man, in my pockets I have my wallet, I have a tourniquet every day, I have a flashlight, I have a knife, I have my Lucky Rock, my wallet, my gun, my spare mag. I carry way too much stuff. And this does a very, very good job supporting all of that weight. As far as cons, I have one con. It does not come with the belt keeper. And if you don't know what a belt keeper is, those are the things that kind of hook around the belt and hold the tail of the belt close to your body. So a couple things. You can either position the belt in a way where this is pushed under one of the buckles. Like you don't have to keep this, not under the buckles, one of the loops in your pants. You don't have to keep this buckle in the front. A lot of times I'll wear the buckle on my side of my hip, just to keep the buckle out of the front. I'd sit down. Well, I used to sit down a lot at work, not as much anymore. But the important thing is to keep this under the loop so it doesn't stick out and snag and look goofy. The way the belt comes, it's wrapped so tightly that this kind of automatically curves in, so it's not as big of a deal with this belt over others. But I think over time, I think that curve to it's going to give way. Maybe. I have no idea. But either way, if you have a belt keeper, it might be a good idea to add the belt keeper to this belt. Well, that's a lot of talking. All right, overall, like I said, it's a solid belt. Not a bad idea if you're looking for a new high-quality EDC belt. Again, $60-ish is where this one comes in that area. Just so you know, I did not pay for this belt. Next Belt did send it to me free of charge to review, and there is some affiliate links down in the video description. Of course, a free belt is not going to sway my opinion. If this thing sucked, I would very nicely and politely tell you that the belt sucked. But I think it is a very high quality belt. And yes, I would absolutely spend my own money on it if I didn't get one for free. All right. There's my disclosure. Thank you to Next Belt for sending it. Thank you guys for watching. What else do I want to talk about? I'm drawing a blank today. If you're new here, I do a lot of gun and gear type reviews. So please hook a brother up, subscribe to the channel. I have a second YouTube channel that's all dedicated to YouTube Shorts. It's a new channel, less than 100 subscribers right now, but they're quick 15 to 60 second videos. Sometimes they're informational. Most of the time it's me being goofy or me at the range, whatever. But if you want to hook a brother up, the link to that is down in the video description as well. I'm on Instagram and Facebook if you want to know what I'm reviewing right now in real time before the reviews come out here. You can also follow me on those two platforms. That's all I'm going to shill today. I'm done. But thank you again for liking, commenting, subscribing, enable the bell notifications. Anytime you guys do any of that stuff, truly helps me out, and I truly, truly appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!